All right, 2025 Flames Development Camp, Zayne Parekh, second go around for you around this summer part of it, and building obviously into the fall. But maybe just for you, as you kind of sit here, basically a year removed from the draft and all the excitement from a year ago, what's it like coming back here for year two?
Yeah, it's nice. More comfortable this time around. I think only a year older, but I kind of feel like one of the older guys here, which is weird, even though I'm maybe like 12 months older than some of these guys. And but yeah, just kind of. It's a different feel this time around, kind of just, working on my skills, not trying to really impress, but just kind of work on my craft and come here and do my thing.
Well, and a couple of guys mentioned, it was a big prospect group from the draft class of a year ago, and how close, you guys have been since that time, a little group chat going and just everybody keeping in touch. I mean, what does that mean when you come back, though, and have that familiarity with guys and then trying to welcome the new draft class as well?
Yeah, it's awesome. We've hung out every night since we've been here, and we spend the whole day together. So, we always say this 5 or 6 of us, we're always like, boys, there's no better draft class than us. No one's this tight. So we're hanging out. Bash is kind of driving us around, and but trying to bring the young guys in too. Make them feel comfortable. I mean, they're not young; they're a year younger than me, but make them feel comfortable. Just if we're going to do something, inviting them. And trying to get them out of their comfort zone a little bit.
That is kind of cool, though, when you talk about, guys who are rooting for each other. You're all kind of playing in different leagues. You got different things going on, but you're watching and paying attention to what the other guys are doing and sending something in the group chat as somebody does something good. Yeah,
we have a group chat going. It's called Flamesies. I don't know who came up with that one, but there's like 7 of us in there, and just I guess because we spent a lot of time together, we kind of just put that together. But we'd chat and send some dumb stuff in the group chat every once in a while to get some laughs.
Yeah, love it. And then just as you kind of look toward the fall. Obviously, there's still a couple months of summer left, but just what this off season's looked like for you in terms of kind of getting ready and maybe having a little bit more free time in terms of trying to put in some of the work off the ice as well.
Yeah, it's a little kind of stale. I mean, it's your basic stuff, just kind of not doing anything too crazy. Just making sure I'm working out, making sure I'm eating right, and doing my, getting on the ice. So for me, it's a little stale because, last summer was all go, I was busy.
Playing
but it was fun. Like, I love that. So it's giving me some time to kind of sit back and relax. But, every athlete needs that too, so it's good.
Yeah, itching to get back into September too, and it'll be here before you know it. And you look at just sort of what the approach is for you. I mean, you get the taste of the NHL at the end of last season. How much does that sort of fuel you over the off season to kind of get back into that position for next year?
Yeah, just seeing how much better I could come back, and how much stronger, and hopefully my pace is up. But right away I feel like I fit in. As I belong. Like I felt like I could play in the NHL, and there were never doubts last time around. So for me that was always it kind of makes me excited. Excited to see what I could do over the next kind of. I guess I got 6 to 8 weeks left to keep bettering myself and hopefully push for a job because it's not going to come easy.
And you mentioned it before, but just the group that. A group of NHLers, the leaders, how they welcomed you in. I mean, how much of a difference does that make when you can have some conversations with guys and really feel like, this is where I want to fit in?
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to kind of the culture that this group has. I mean, I was kind of me and Longboard going back and forth about how things have been and, how hectic the summer has been. And, it's nice to kind of just have those conversations with those guys. And, they're all great guys, and I saw Baller and the guys that are working out here, just kind of being able to establish those relationships back then, and then kind of bringing them, into next year. It'll make me a lot more comfortable.
One last one for you, and I know your brother's still here too. And what is it like to have him, kind of riding along as well and going through the things together?
Yeah, I think we spent so much time together this summer that we were trying to get away from each other, and we were both doing our own things while we're here. And I haven't talked to him too much, but maybe we'll go get some lunch today and chop it up. But it's always nice. It's always fun. I mean, I'm really happy for him. Last year he had a really good camp, and he had a solid year this year in Bemidji. So, the sky's the limit for him. I think he doesn't realize how good he is, but, hopefully he keeps working and has another good year in Bemidji.
Well, hopefully you guys can catch up at the end of camp in the next 6 weeks. Enjoy the rest of it, bud.
Yeah, thank you.